You know what blows my mind when it comes to selling real estate here in the high desert? That's the fact that it's harder to sell property that have two homes on it rather than just one. And it kind of blows my mind. And let me explain. So I'm selling this property up in Flamingo Heights area, which is a desirable area, beautiful views, acreage, all of that. It is a large 3-2, it's 2,000 square feet. And then you have a two bedroom, one bath that is like 1,300 square feet, all on 5 acres. And I'm listing it for $525,000. So that's like $325,000 for the main house and only $200,000 for the small house. Now, if those were separate and I had those prices, they would sell so fast you would not believe it. But for some reason, when they're combined, it's a harder sell. And what, again, blows my mind about that is I cannot think of a better way to become a real estate investor than doing something like this, where you buy this as your primary residence. So you get all the benefits of all those primary residence loans with low money down and favorable interest rates and everything like that. And you live in one and rent out the other one and have that person pay a majority of the mortgage payment. And so your actual payment that you're responsible for is actually very low and affordable compared to if you bought that house just completely by itself and you're solely responsible for it. And what makes this one really special is that it's all separate meters. So you have separate electric and water meters for both properties. Some people will be like, well, I don't want tenants close by. Well, this one's perfect because they're on opposite ends. It's 5 acres and you have one on one side and one on the other side. And they each have their own separate road to gain access. And say you don't want to rent it out. Maybe you have parents that are getting older and you want them close by, but they're still able to handle their day-to-day life by themselves. Well, this would be perfect because they can just be a few steps away, but yet completely separate. Have their own bills, have their own entrance, have their own mailbox, have their own everything, right? They're close, but not too close. Or say, for instance, you want to buy a property where your kids can live together later on in life, and then they have their own separate little homes, so you could leave it to the family when you're gone. There's just so many pros to buying a property that has more than one dwelling unit on it. It just blows my mind that people are not jumping all over this. So if you're curious about this home or about any other property like that, feel free to reach out to me. I hope you all have an amazing day. Talk to you soon.